Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to a special edition of the Wakefield Étudiant video cast. We have all of our admins, with the exception of Edward Bowe.
He was an administrator.
He's actually going to be in September, but...
Really?
Yeah, because he's a web designer.
I see.
Taking over my old post.
Well,
See you guys.
it's going to be sad, Ben, when you leave, but...
No more co-founders then.
I know. I still think Ben should join, and I pledged to him to continue posting, but
I need to move on.
he needs to move on, whatever.
We'll have to get more writers.
We will. And the gang ventured out to
Cambridge.
Boston, Massachusetts, Cambridge. Does anybody know the difference?
I don't really care.
You guys get it?
I didn't even know we were in Cambridge till the concert. So.
I think
Yeah.
Cambridge is the smart town.
Yes. I agree. So anyway, the temperature was about 74 degrees.
It doesn't really matter what the temperature was, but
And
Just let us.
alright.
the venue was Middle East. In fact, you ever want to go there? Just a quick shopping menu. So
there's a restaurant that in the basement is where they hold concerts.
yeah, it was actually. Does anyone want to tell the story of how, what it was like in line? How, what we thought?
Yeah, it was. Basically,
We were all brought aboard a UFO, and we were telepathically told that we're all one consciousness and that there's no such thing as death, and pretty much that's what happened, I guess. And then they allowed us in when we told them that. So.
Yep.
just blew their minds. So whenever you want to get into a concert, just quote Bill Hicks.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Does anyone want to get into the real story?
We were actually hooked up with
By
Nabil.
Oh yeah.
the owner of Middle East is Nabil.
He hooked us up.
He hooked us three up, and my father included. That's how we got the connection. So basically, we waited in line. We were one of the first people there.
Yeah.
We
It
got
was
there.
There was a whole entire line of people.
Yeah, big line, and it made a big curve around the building.
Yeah.
I'm drawing it out for you right now.
So we waited in line for, I don't know, anywhere from 45 to 30 minutes before we were actually let in the place. And behind us we didn't really meet. It was more of, I don't even know how,
Some badinage ensued.
yeah, some badinage ensued, and these young lads, probably a little older than us, I'd say.
Nah.
Maybe Ben's age, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Something like that.
They looked, yeah.
All
They've been
right,
to-
and they were. Glenn was just about the only one at the concert who wasn't wearing a band T-shirt, but they were wearing Sonic Youth,
Sonic.
Rage.
I love Jesuits.
Yeah, that was some.
Oh yeah, I love Jesuits.
But
Because you just gotta respect those Jesuits. They're good guys.
we learned that they went to some pretty damn good concerts.
Yeah, Sonic Youth. And I had one kid said that. I don't know. One kid said Thurston Moore actually walked on his hand or something.
Yeah, I love the Jesuits kid.
And he got Lee Ronaldo, the one of the guitarists and singers, Sonic Youth, high-fived everybody except him. Who must have been around the group, I guess.
That was funny.
And they said that they saw Animal Collective with the other people they'd seen.
Daniel Johnson.
Dan Johnson.
Yeah. And what really struck me was
There's other people.
they talked about. They said Thurston Moore hasn't aged, and me and Chris,
we were just talking.
we were
about
just talking about that. Then the kid randomly mentions that.
Yeah, and then there's one thing I found kind of funny. I asked them what would their move, Sonic Youth's move to a major label, which was of course
Yeah, you didn't ask
18
that.
years ago. Yeah, Glenn asked it, that. And then most of them they responded kind of with generic answers, it was a good move for them, and they didn't sell out, which I agree with. I guess that is a good move, and they definitely didn't sell out. But I didn't hear any anti-pundit, anti-major label kind of things.
No one's that advanced as you.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying I was surprised that there was none.
You know, just because you're with a major label doesn't necessarily make you a sellout.
I didn't say that though, but a lot of the people, especially the scene Sonic Youth would come from, it was a big thing that they were one of the first. Not they definitely weren't the first, but they were one of the first like underground bands to sign to Vigoda.
Hit it big.
Yeah, a lot of the other bands that did from that scene did kind of sell out. So
Did the Pixies ever go
Yeah.
major? They were
Electra Records.
Sounds alright.
No, they
It
did.
doesn't
You
sound
know
like
the Pixies have
It is
done.
major.
The Pixies are a little mainstream. You know they are when there's not one but two DVDs of them in concert available for free renting
Wildfire.
at the Wakefield Public Library.
Wow.
Ocean DVD Memorial Library, a great source of music. I've actually reviewed much of the CDs that they have in their collection. You can see them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where you get
That's
on.
great. I never knew that.
Oh yeah. WakefieldNews.blogspot.com. Hit us up.
Or WakefieldNews.co.uk.
Wait, isn't this coming on?
Started off with a very talented gent named Palm.
PPALMM. Why?
He stutters a little, I guess, but no,
Yeah.
he didn't stutter once during his set, which just shows how far music can take people with that condition. No, he's again very talented guy. Had lots of high tech electronic gear. Made some very spacey, far out electronic music.
Alien-esque when he decided to use that voice changer. I like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Well, that's been used.
It's
like,
been
you can
done.
get it, like for years.
Whatever.
It's
yeah.
I
He
still
had the
love it.
Kinda-
Peter Frampton
I
voice
kind of
machine.
didn't like it when he was talking to the audience and still had the thing on. That kind of annoyed me.
I know.
Our clouds were like
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked that song. But
I am.
It is alright, I thought.
You
Yeah,
thought he was
I
a
think
mix
his-
between...
yeah. I described him. I would describe him as Rick Wakeman meets 80s video games. You know.
I definitely could hear that 80s video game thing. And I think Rick Wakeman is way too indulgent.
Yes.
I mean,
Progressive rock gone bad.
yeah.
But, I mean, in the end, it's something that you can fall asleep to. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah,
It's something that you can have.
I actually closed my eyes.
Yeah, I
It
thought
was too loud. Some of the noises were just in fact noises.
Yeah, like,
but then there were a lot of pleasant sounds, but it was too much. And I think, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of like drum machines.
What would you say that was, like techno-ish? Something, I don't know.
Electronica.
Yeah, something. In the end, he wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you
so
gotta.
let's move on to the
Yeah, let's move on
to
to.
a fine Italian actor named Vigoda.
You may know him from his work in The Godfather.
He was.
With Conan O'Brien.
But I know him as a group of people, a punk band from LA. And they're not your typical punk band.
We're talented punks from LA.
Mexican, which doesn't, I'm sorry to get back on that. It doesn't matter at all.
As for their sounds, they reminded me a lot.
Chris?
Hey Vigoda. Their sound reminded me a lot of another band, a contemporary band called Block Party. Have you guys heard of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you would know what I'm talking about, right?
I can't really see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Some songs, I think when you pointed it out to me, I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit. But Block Party, I kind of like, you know, Chris doesn't like this, but talking about genres, but even though it's kind of evident, Block Party is of the post-punk variety, and Abe Vigoda is more of a tropical hardcore. if
They're
you
not
will.
hardcore.
They were loud.
Yeah, but you haven't seen enough to say that, I suppose. Well, they were loud, but doesn't mean necessarily hardcore. I don't even really care for the term hardcore. They were just, I thought they mixed had a good mix of punk, psychedelia, and noise. That's it.
Yeah, a lot
Look
of
at that.
lots
They
of
had,
noise.
they had some like catchy kind of. I thought
Definitely.
they were good at communicating a little with the audience in between like songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
kind of funny and
They-